How much did you spend on fuel this week? For millions of Nigerians, that question has become a source of daily stress. Sky-high prices are forcing a radical change on our roads, pushing drivers toward an unexpected solution, a solution that's sparking a grassroots energy revolution. The story of Nigeria's transport crisis is written on the faces of its people. You can see it in the exhausted expression of a bus driver stuck in a petrol queue for hours, the worried frown of a mother calculating the new cost of her children's ride to school, and the exasperated sigh of a small business owner watching logistics costs eat their profits. For decades, the price of petrol set the rhythm of Nigerian life. But since the removal of the fuel subsidy, that rhythm has turned into a frantic, unpredictable drumbeat of economic pain. Prices have surged dramatically. While official prices hover around N600-900 per liter in many areas, plenty of Nigerians have seen pump prices shoot far beyond N1000. In some states, during the worst of the crunch, prices reportedly hit crisis levels, nearing N1,600 per liter. This isn't just an inconvenience, it's a national economic emergency. Transport fares have skyrocketed, and because everything in Nigeria moves by road, the price of everything else has followed suit. Food, medicine, building materials, the cost of living is being pushed to a breaking point, fueled by the liquid gold that was once our pride. The long, snaking queues at petrol stations became a familiar, dispiriting sight. Hours wasted, productivity lost, and engines idling away precious, expensive fuel. For many, it felt like a dead end. The frustration was real, a shared national trauma with no escape in sight. But in the midst of this crisis, a different sound began to emerge. Not the roar of a petrol engine, but the quiet hiss of a new possibility. To really get the scale of this crisis, you have to look past the numbers and listen to the stories.
Take Tunde, a ride-hailing driver in Lagos. Before the price hikes, his job was a lifeline. It paid his rent, fed his family, and gave him a sense of purpose. But as petrol prices climbed, his earnings plummeted. He was working longer hours for less money. "I was spending almost 70% of my income just on fuel," he explains. "I was driving all day, but at the end of the week, I had almost nothing to show for it. I was desperate. I thought about quitting."
Or consider Mrs. Ifeoma, who runs a small catering business in Abuja. Her deliveries are the lifeblood of her company. When fuel costs tripled, she faced an impossible choice: absorb the cost and make no profit, or pass it on to her customers and risk losing them. "My business was shrinking," she recalls. "Some of my loyal customers had to stop ordering because my delivery fees became too high. It was heartbreaking to see my dreams slowly dying because of something I couldn't control."
These aren't isolated incidents. They are the everyday realities for millions of Nigerians. From the commercial bus operators in Onitsha to the farmers in Kano trying to get their produce to market, the high cost of fuel has been a relentless burden, choking livelihoods and stifling ambition. The nation was searching for a way out. But what if the answer wasn't in the petrol pump at all? What if it was flowing right beneath our feet? Nigeria is known to have one of the largest proven natural gas reserves in Africa, placing it among the top holders globally. For years, much of this incredible resource was either exported or just flared, burned off as waste. While the nation struggled with the high cost of imported petrol, a cheaper and locally abundant solution was just waiting to be used. Enter compressed natural gas, or CNG. CNG is simply natural gas put under immense pressure, which shrinks its volume to less than 1% of its normal state, allowing it to be stored safely in a vehicle's tank. It's not a new technology, but with Nigeria's fuel crisis, it's become a revolutionary one. For the first time, a real, cost-effective alternative to petrol wasn't just a distant dream, but a practical choice. It's a choice that uses a domestic resource, offering a path toward energy independence and affordability. This wasn't a solution forced from the top down. It was a revolution demanded from the ground up by people desperate for relief. The idea of putting gas in a car built for petrol might sound strange, maybe even a little scary. So, to see how it works, we looked into one of the many new conversion centers popping up across the country. The process is surprisingly straightforward. A technician walks us through it. The main part of the conversion is installing a separate parallel fuel system. Your car doesn't lose its ability to run on petrol. It becomes a bi-fuel vehicle, able to switch between petrol and CNG with the flick of a button. First, a specialized high-pressure tank is securely installed, usually in the trunk. This tank is built to incredibly high safety standards, often stronger than a standard petrol tank. Next, a series of pipes run from the tank to the engine bay, connecting to a pressure regulator. This is a key component that safely reduces the high pressure of the stored gas to a level the engine can use. Finally, a new set of injectors is added to deliver the gas into the engine, and a small electronic control unit manages the whole system. The entire process takes a few hours, and technicians are being trained and certified to ensure safety. According to the Presidential CNG Initiative, PICNG, programs are in place to train thousands of technicians to handle these conversions safely. The result is a vehicle that looks and drives almost exactly the same, but with one huge difference. The cost to run it is about to drop dramatically. The true test of this revolution is on the streets. It's in the stories of the early adopters who took the leap and are now cashing in.
Let's go back to Tunde, our ride-hailing driver. He decided to invest in converting his car. It was a big decision, he says, but I had to try something. The result was life-changing. To put it in perspective, a journey that would have cost me 20,000 naira in petrol can now be made for as little as 5,000 naira using CNG. Suddenly, my business is profitable again. I work the same hours, but now I can actually save money. It saved my career.
Then there's Mrs. Ifeoma, the caterer. She used a financing option to convert her small delivery van. Her story is similar. My delivery costs have been cut by more than half, she says with a smile. I was able to lower my prices, and my customers came back. The money we save on fuel now goes towards my children's school fees. The conversion paid for itself in less than a year.
Even initial skeptics are becoming believers. Adekunle, an IT professional, was worried about performance. I was worried my car would feel sluggish or that the tank wasn't safe. But honestly, I can't tell the difference in performance during my daily commute. And the peace of mind of not worrying about the next fuel scarcity is priceless.
Despite the clear benefits, the road to a CNG-powered Nigeria isn't perfectly smooth. This revolution faces some big challenges. The most immediate hurdle is the upfront cost. Converting a car can range from N300,000 to over N1.5 million depending on the car and the kit. That's a major barrier for the average Nigerian, even with the long-term savings. Recognizing this, the government has started rolling out financing programs and discounts to help ease the burden. The second major challenge is infrastructure. It's a classic chicken and egg problem. Drivers don't want to convert without enough refueling stations, and investors are slow to build stations without enough CNG cars. But that is changing, fast. The Presidential CNG Initiative is aggressively pushing the rollout of new stations. While the number of fully operational stations was initially limited and clustered in certain cities, dozens more are under construction, with a clear goal to make CNG as easy to find as petrol. This grassroots revolution is happening now, but it's a journey filled with questions. What has your experience been with the high cost of fuel? Are you thinking about switching to CNG, or are you still concerned? Share your thoughts, stories, and questions in the comments below. Let's talk about the real challenges and opportunities as Nigeria navigates this energy transition together. What started as a desperate search for an alternative is now becoming a nationwide movement. The shift to CNG is a central part of Nigeria's new energy strategy, and the presidential initiative is throwing its full weight behind it. The vision is ambitious, a future with 1 million gas-powered vehicles on the road by 2027, supported by a growing network of refueling and conversion centers, creating thousands of jobs in the process. This is about more than just saving money on fuel. It's about building a more resilient and self-sufficient energy system. CNG is seen as a crucial bridge fuel, a practical, immediate step to cut costs and emissions while the country develops long-term renewable energy sources. The government's broader energy strategy is also looking towards electric vehicles, signaling a multi-pronged approach. But for now, the most powerful revolution is happening with gas. It's a revolution led by the people, by the taxi drivers, small business owners, and everyday families who refuse to be broken by a broken system and chose a new way forward. The era of petrol's total dominance in Nigeria is ending. Forged in the fire of economic hardship, this fuel market revolution is a testament to the resilience of the Nigerian people. It's a movement that proves that when faced with a crisis, Nigerians don't just wait for a solution, they create one. This isn't just about changing what's in our fuel tanks. It's about a nation finding a new, cleaner, and more affordable way to move forward, powered by its own resources, on its own terms.